First, America First Action Senior Advisor Sean Spicer, Washington Times columnist Monica Crowley. Monica, I will start with you. Where are all those people that said, I believe? Where's Kamala Harris? Where's Kirsten Gillibrand? Where's Spartacus? They only believe when it's an accusation against a conservative or a Republican.
Well, of course, Sean, and now we're seeing their hypocrisy in bold relief. You know, it's all fun and games when a conservative or a Republican is being targeted in this way, but when it's one of theirs, they head for the hills and they start circling the wagons. What we're seeing in Virginia is really quite striking. If you submitted this idea as a screenplay, nobody would buy it because nobody would believe what is happening here. I think actually that the governor, Northam, is probably today in a stronger position than he was over the last 72 hours, because the two subsequent Virginia leaders, the lieutenant governor and the AG, who are next in line, are also in similar situations of scandal. So I think the pressure on him may very well subside. But all of this swirling around these Democrats and their rank hypocrisy is pointing out to the American people that the attack on Brett Kavanaugh, the subsequent attacks on the president and other conservatives and Republicans just smack of raw politics, and that's why most of the American people are tuning all of it out.
And I want the $17 million of taxpayer money that was used to pay off harassment claims revealed to the American people. In other words, they want to pay their own settlement. That's fine, but if they're going to use our money, we need to know. Let's go back to the president's speech here for a minute. To me, what made it so powerful was the success. 2 years. This president has done more in 2 years than Obama ever dreamed of in 8.
Well, look, State of the Union offers the president a platform that no other avenue does, meaning that he's talking to a domestic and an international audience that you can't get anywhere else, an Oval Office address or rally. This is something that the whole world's tuning into, listening to him. And the president laid out a very, very clear case of where we've come the last 2 years in a way that connects the dots. A lot of times you hear economic information month to month. The president was able to put it all together, connect the dots, and explain to people where we've come from since he got elected. Secondly, and equally as important, is he laid out a path of where we're headed. He talked about this vision of American greatness. So those two things were critical.
What about the disconnect? Because look, there's a caricature painted by these crazy people in the news media that hate him and obviously disagree with him. But then you look at the CBS poll.
Right.
And you look at the CBS, 72 people support him on immigration. This was a moment where he bypasses all of them, sort of like on social media.
What was important, though, is that when you delved into both of those polls, what was fascinating is, notably, he had high marks among Republicans. That's not surprising.
80% independents.
Right, and that's the key, is that the Democrats even, thought it was okay, but not great. But the independents are where the president's 80%. Winning people over. Right, and what's getting missed in a lot of the other media is that they are on the left, and so that they view these things like a Democrat. But they're not getting the millions of independently minded individuals that aren't affiliated with one party or another, but believe that the president is getting things done.
Last word, Monica Crowley.
You know what was so striking about this speech last night, Sean, is that it was such an unapologetic embrace of American exceptionalism, which we really haven't gotten from a president since Ronald Reagan. And while he was identifying all of these things, the Democrats looked radical, extreme, and petulant, which is why you saw the polling show it was a huge success for the president and his policies.
Disconnected from the American people. All right, Sean, thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Monica, thank you. When we come back.